Hey, thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Derek Lane. Another edition of the Fast Lane podcast for success. Thanks for joining me this afternoon, this day. I appreciate it so much, as always. Hey, have you guys, you've kind of been waiting around for success. You're kind of waiting for something to happen, the other shoe to drop, so to speak, and it just never seems to happen. Oftentimes, we set our goals a little lofty, which is okay. I mean, you know, I would never discourage anyone to not follow their dream and go for it. However, we have to understand that our preconditioning, our mental limitations are set by ourselves and our subconscious. So sometimes we have to just take little bites of success, see how they taste, see how it digests. Take bigger bites and bigger bites and bigger bites to get where we need to go. See, if you're trying to succeed by just jumping in wholeheartedly, it may not work out because you set yourself up for failure because you've not really accepted it. Your brain and your subconscious has been living one way for so long that when you just try to do something so different, your brain and your system decides to go, whoa, wait a minute, this is not us. This is not what we do. Hold on. So you've shocked your system into reverting, subconsciously reverting. So you need to understand that you have to take small steps, small increments to get to the ultimate destination, your ultimate success pattern. Now, with doing that, by all means, it's okay to plan and strategize for the big, the big plan, the big success journey. And that's why I will always encourage you. I think the most misunderstood facet of success is the pen and paper. You have to see it in writing, and it needs to be your writing. It needs your brain needs for you to write it down, to strategize it, to make it make sense. See, this helps the brain understand and achieve goals. If you just willy-nilly go, I want to do this, and this is, I'm going for it. If you don't have a rock-solid plan written down by yourself, reviewed daily, sometimes hourly, your brain's going to rebel against you. It's going to hold you back. It's going to go, wait, that's not who I am. That's not it. My brother, my sister, my cousin, my mom, my dad, they never did it this way. They never did it that way. So something's wrong. Something ain't working. Well, that's when you step in and you formulate a plan. And that's why in some of these podcasts that I've done, I talk about reading, and readers are leaders, and you read about people and how they've done things. It allows your mind to accept strategies. It allows your mind to uncover new ways of thinking. And when you uncover new ways of thinking, new ways to broaden your horizon, then your brain says, okay, I get it. We can do this. We can do this. So that's why you have to learn, you have to grow, you have to accept the possibility of success. Because all too often, it's not failure that holds us back, it's success. What? That doesn't make sense. But it does. It does make sense. Failure is easy. I mean, everybody fails. Failing is just, the world is just full of failures. And the success stories, while we love them, there's more failures than there are success. So the fear of success will hold you back as much as any fear of failure because you don't know what it looks like. You haven't lived it. You haven't felt it. You haven't breathed it. So it may feel uncomfortable. It may feel different from the way you feel now. So you have to accept the fact that success is incumbent upon yourself. You have to accept it and let your brain and subconscious accept success. Accept the way that it feels and smells and tastes and touch. And guilt. Do you know how hard it is for a lot of people to succeed because of guilt? I feel guilty. My friends are not successful. My family's not successful. The peers, the people I know are not successful. Success is for someone that I don't know. Yeah, I've read about them, but I don't know it. So you start to feel a little guilt when you start to taste a little success. This is not who I am. It's not who I'm meant to be. It's not who I'm supposed to be. And you let the guilt sink in. And then your brain goes, well, let's do something to rectify this guilt. Let's do a little sabotaging. Okay? So you have to understand the elements of success and your path and your journey. There are many obstacles, things that you haven't thought about that will hold you back, preclude you from winning when you need to win. Guilt, the fear of success, the fear of the unknown, understanding who you are, those things can hold you back. Now, let me talk to you about that feeling in your gut, down in the pit of your stomach, the want, the desire, the need, the things that you dream about, that you wake up and the plans that you make, your vision board, what I call the ache of the bones. When your bones ache for something different, for something that you know is within you, you've got to unleash it. You've got to let it out. You've got to experience it. When you start to feel that, there's no guilt. There's no fear of success. There's no fear of failure. It's a destination. It's the reason you're on this earth. You have to find that. You have to find that ache in your bones to figure out what you're supposed to do, how to do it, by what means, and who is going to help me. And trust me, you need help. You need help. But that doesn't mean you're just totally creating crutches for yourself. That means you help others along the way to allow them to help you. Your thoughts and your energies and your ideas, when you give enough and you care enough to help others and to raise the bar for others, you can't help but be successful. You can't help but bring success upon yourself. Once you start to understand and you live with that ache in your bones, you've got to do it. It is your right as a human being, your mark on earth. It's sad when we lose someone that never lived up to their potentiality, that never did the things, that never chased their dreams. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to generations to chase your dreams. You owe it to yourself to be happy, to understand who you are, where you are in this very moment, and what you will do to continue your path of not just success, but your path of happiness. What motivates you? There's something that motivates everybody. Unfortunately, there's negative motivators. There are people that are motivated by alcohol, drugs, manipulation of others. There are psychopaths out there in this world. Their success is harming others. But that's not you. Your success is dependent upon helping others and helping yourself, helping the very being that you are grow spiritually, grow and be seen as a trusted, respected person on this earth that does the things they need to do to grow. How do you see yourself? How do you think others see you? See, when you open up your mind and you allow yourself opportunities to be seen in different lights, sometimes just blow people's mind. Pontificate things and express ideas that are new and invigorating. Put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to the world. You owe it to others. Put yourself out there. Grow. Face your fear. Do the things that, quite honestly, are uncomfortable. The things that you go, ooh, that's not me. As ridiculous as it can be sometimes, doing the very things that we dread makes us better human beings, makes us grow as human beings, opens up doors and opportunities that sometimes we couldn't even fathom. But if you do these things, if you allow yourself to grow, you will experience a wealth of opportunities. You've got one life to live. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't regret it. Don't look back and wish it were something different. Don't wish away your future. Your life is you. You are the only one. You make your perception. Your universe is yours. Everything in it and everything around it is what you've caused. You think you're a victim of society? You can play that victim card all you want. It's not going to get you anywhere. People are only sympathetic for seconds at a time. You don't want people's sympathy. You want their respect. You want their admiration. You want people to be affected by your positive nature, your positive outcome, your success growth, your patterns of success. It's easy to be negative and play the blame game, fire up the blame thrower, directed at everyone you see, but that doesn't work. That only gives you, some masking happiness and joy. True happiness and joy is when you light up someone's eyes, when you give somebody a perspective, a fresh take on something that they can respect, they love, they go, wow, I've never thought of it that way. Wow, what a great idea. Wow, I enjoyed speaking with you. I enjoyed our conversation. You've given me a lot to think about. And when they smile at you and they thank you for entering into their life, that's what makes the world go round. Because you've caused someone else to spur creativity and to be positive. And the more that you do that, the more that it comes back to you. And the more that it soaks in your soul. And that belief system that you have starts to grow. It starts to become more effervescent. And you can do, have, be anything that you want. Just understand who you are, where you are, by what means you're going to get to where you want to be. It's okay to be successful. It's what I want you to do. What I don't want you to do is to be selfish in your desire to be successful. Stepping on people, hurting people, thinking that's the way to do it. Bypassing the way you're supposed to do it. The spiritual energy of the universe has a method. Once you understand that, you will have a magnificent, marvelous life. The multiverse, the ethosphere, is allowing you to accept information, ask for it, respect it. Wow, okay. I hope this little tutorial of expectations and development of success helps you. I don't know that it was one specific trait that I harbored on, but it's an overall mindset that I hope you've garnered. Derek at FastLanePodcast.com. Derek at FastLanePodcast.com. Send me an email. Subscribe, share, like, tell friends to listen to the podcast. More and more over. I did get an email from someone that did tell me that they shared this podcast with someone else, and that person said that there was different episodes and different things that really affected them, and they were very appreciative that they found it. I hope that works out for maybe you or some folks that you refer the podcast to, because it just again, it brought a smile to my face knowing that someone said, hey, wow, I enjoyed it. So with that, guys, have the most awesome week. Remember to be happy, fruitful, and productive, and share and like positive thoughts, love and energy to everybody. Thanks so much. I'm your host, Derek Lane, another edition of the Fast Lane Podcast for Success. Thank you so much.